Welcome back to the Turing test. In Chapter 5, Sector, what was it, 41? Sector 41? I don't know how many more chapters we're gonna have, but it kind of seems like it's building up to, like, maybe not the finale, but yeah, it might be, like, 2 more chapters or something. We'll see. Let's continue our buddy cop duo of me controlling my buddy friend Ava, who I trust and who trusts me, and find these criminal wrongdoers and put them in their place. Sector E41.
Are you okay?
It looks like at
Why didn't
least
you tell
2
me?
more, maybe
Why?
3.
Ava, you said it yourself. Teleoperation makes sense. We used drones on Mars.
Oh my god.
Why not use drones on Europa?
Not human drones.
Yeah, that's fun. Didn't expect that. Oh my god! Jesus, that was a big stutter. Probably loaded some extremely convoluted thing coming up. Yeah, so now we're gonna have to, like, swap between Tom and Ava. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird how, like, deceptive Tom was, because she said, like, why not use drones? And he was like, why indeed? Even though he said he cannot lie to Daniel, it doesn't seem like he can't lie, because lying is not necessarily just speaking untruths, it's sometimes not speaking the truth, you know? Lying by omission and things like that. So it definitely seems like he's not as rigid as he would have us believe in his, like, control and what he can accomplish. He's, like, working around his restrictions, maybe. But yeah, let's take over. So Tom can interact with these, but Ava can interact with the orbs and things like that.
Why did the ISA install implants in the crew?
It is due to the fundamental aspects of human behavior, which together constitute what the International Space Agency calls the human element. It has been made clear that the human element is neither peripheral nor optional in the pursuit of space. However, the human element is unpredictable. The implants are fail-safes, put in place to ensure that the thoughts and actions of the crew matches the desires of the ISA.
It's perfectly immoral. She has nothing to say to that, huh? Yeah.
Why control people? Can't you trust us?
We chose to install biometric chips in all ISA astronauts for one simple reason. We cannot trust people. The stakes are far too high. It was determined that though the probability of life on Europa being dangerous was low, the risk to humanity was catastrophic. We could not let a small contingent of humanity endanger the whole.
Wait, why did it say tab? Or what is that? Shift? Left? Arrow? No? Enter? Backspace? Q, because I already rebound that. It's showing backspace, which was the original key binding, but now I did Q, just because that's more sensible. Kind of a docked point there for not, like, updating the key icon when you rebind. But okay. Yeah, there we go. So we can go back to Ava even if we're not seeing her.
The ground crew have proven our distrust of human explorers was warranted. When we informed them they were grounded, they responded violently.
Chicken or the
With
egg
sabotage
situation.
and subterfuge. They have continued to seek their own benefit above that of the ISA.
Yeah, exactly. It's like chicken or the egg. Just like, oh, we can't trust them because they are now acting selfishly. But the reason they are acting selfishly is because you were fucking controlling them and showing that you weren't trusting them. So, yeah. You reap what you sow. I see. So we're just swapping that over so that Tom can flip this switch. And now I can, like, take this again from up here. And then take that again. But now I needed it to be there. I see. Yeah. Again, this is not really much of a puzzle. It's more of just, like, busy work again, but I guess it's more to teach you the mechanics. Yeah, we're still in, like, the tutorial section of the swapping stuff. I do kind of wish the swapping animation, this thing, was a little quicker. It gets a little old after a bit. And now...
This is a violation of human rights. You've made me
One more
into
level.
a human drone, a slave. How could the ISA approve of such a thing?
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
You're a machine. You don't even know what freedom is.
Got him. No comeback to that. Okay, what is going on here? Conveyor belt in a weird loop. And this does nothing if it's not powered, so that needs to be powered there. How are we gonna do anything? I guess, can Tom control these, maybe? Yeah. He can just, like, grab them and do whatever he wants. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Then we set this one up here as well. But what are we going to use the conveyor belt for? Oh, I see. Yeah. So, to begin with, we drop this. Place it in there. I get in here. Take this orb again. We place this... No, we keep this here. And swap over to Tom. This is a cool one. Then we just place it over the conveyor belt. Go back. Drop this. Conveyor it over. Yeah, this is a clever puzzle. I like this one. This is a neat mechanic. Again, only wish the swapping was a little bit snappier. Otherwise, it's very good. Yeah, neat. And... optional.
This is why the ground crew doesn't trust you, Tom. You made them into drones. You stole their free will.
Free will is an illusion. They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA and of humanity. That is why they distrust me. They would have no issue with my control if it aligned with their ignoble goals.
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical. I will always do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
Same thing. According to machines. I don't know if, like, going in here fast would let you see anything. If I want to try that. It means re-listening to this, but might be worth it just to see if anyone is around here.
This is why the ground crew doesn't trust you, Tom. You made them into drones. You stole their free will.
Free will is an illusion.
Yeah, not seeing anyone.
They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA.
Okay, what is happening here? So we take one here.
They distrust me. They would have no
And then I guess we do like green, purple, green or something?
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical.
So let's do green here, I guess?
Do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
And let's do that for now. Okay, no. We need to set this up differently. We need purple, purple, green, purple, purple. No! Okay, no, I see. Now we need the opposite, god damn it. Because that's a one that needs to, like, accumulate over time. Kind of hard to read these sometimes. Oh boy. And why am I going back here? We don't have Tom in this one. How is this gonna help? I guess, like, because I get this one, I can now do stuff over here. 'Cause, yeah, I can't do anything else here. I don't know what the difference is between these two. But yeah, I guess we just take this and go back. I assume. And now I can, like, take this. Place in blue. No? We place in blue here. Because blue will keep this open on its own. So now we can take 3 of these in. But this is not gonna work. Yeah, it's too slow. We're gonna need the blue again there. But this one does not work. We need all 3 of those, so we need all 3 green for this door? How can we do that? Oh, yeah, we can. That's fine. Just put the purple in, save all 3 green. And now that should open for a split second. And, yeah. The Chinese room, optional 5. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Listening to this while listening to the recordings. Can't read what that's saying. It looks like Japanese almost. Japanese or Chinese. I mean, okay, it's probably Chinese. It's Chinese room. Yeah, it's Chinese. Don't know what any of this means. Let's see if Google Lens can read this. I kind of doubt it can. Handwritten pencil sketches, but let's see. You once had a nightmare. Of course not. No one likes to be scared. What's on your mind? I'm a real boy. How it makes you feel. I think that might be everything. And yeah, I mean, obviously some of that was a bit poorly translated. You once had a nightmare. Yeah, so I guess this is just the whole, like, passing through. So inside here is going to be like a robot or something, I guess. But yeah, I don't think... I can't, like, turn off the sound, can I? I can, maybe, if we just turn this down. I forgot to turn up the music, like, all this time. Oh, that's too bad. There might have been some, like, good music in that, like, dramatic section.
Have you heard of the Chinese room, Tom?
Yes, but I do not understand it.
What don't you understand?
It argues that a computer that successfully impersonates a human speaker may not understand the meaning of their words. What does that mean?
So, there is a person stuck inside of the Chinese room. They are using an instruction book inside of the room to respond to a Chinese speaker outside of the room. Yes?
Yes.
This means they are following the instructions in a book. This is a set of rules, principles, and processes. This is called syntax. To the person in the Chinese room, they are just symbols like any others.
Okay.
But that's different from semantics. Semantics define what things mean. Our thoughts have meaning. They represent things. English speakers know what the word home means, and they know how it is different from the word house.
So what?
Programs don't have semantics. Programs only have syntax. Though an increase in syntax can imitate a mind, that does not make it a mind, even if it does pass the Turing test.
But in the Chinese room, the man and the instruction book, though separately they don't understand Chinese, together they can write it.
That's true, but even together, they do not understand the meanings of the words.
Why not? How can you determine that?
What if the man memorized the instruction book? Then he could write Chinese, but he still would have no idea of the words' meanings.
I don't understand. If he can speak it, he understands it. You seem to want him to understand it in a different way, but this other way, it is not logical. It does not make sense to me.
He just gave up, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty interesting, because like you can see both perspectives. Like, yeah, it does kind of make sense what Tom is saying, that like, well, if someone is writing words based on a manual that then becomes real logical statements that fit the context and the situation, then doesn't that mean that that person speaks Chinese? Like, they are speaking Chinese, but of course we know that's not the case, because like, the actual human being there doesn't understand what they're doing. They're just following orders. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting new perspective on it.
I've been researching.
Okay.
This Chinese room experiment, it is flawed.
Really?
If we made a synthetic brain, we could synthesize a duck's behavior 100% accurately. That brain would be indistinguishable from a duck's brain. If it swims like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it is probably a duck.
Okay, Tom.
Listen, Mikhail. I know the difference
That's
between
Mikhail?
a house and a home.
Yes, good.
Do you think you're better than me?
No,
But you think I am different, do you?
I am conscious.
Me too.
No, you're not. You've just arrived at that conclusion, because that's the idea your programming converged on.
I am conscious. How about you prove to me you are conscious?
I'm not arguing with a robot.
You're not better than me, Mikhail.
Fucking showed him, didn't you, Tom? Dismantled his arguments with facts and logic. And yeah, so this has been Mikhail the whole time. I thought this was, like, Daniel's voice. Or someone else. Like, I thought Mikhail sounded quite different. I mean, obviously, before, when we heard Mikhail talking to Sarah, he sounded, like, very different, but... Yeah, no, that's definitely different, right? I think he sounded completely different. So this is either Daniel or Chris, but why did Tom call him Mikhail? Is that, like, a mistake in the script? Or is it, like, Daniel or Chris pretended to be Mikhail because they were trying to fool Tom or something? I don't know. To me, it seems like just... Oh, they must have made a mistake in the script and got the voice actor to say Mikhail, even though it doesn't make sense because the actual voice actor for the other person was one of the other ones. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a different voice. Oh no, stop. Okay. Well, now we gotta turn this back up, and yeah. Haven't been hearing music in a while. What? Oh god, what did I have sound effects on? Oh no. 80, I think? I'll have to check back later. Yeah, this sounds about right. But then how the hell do we get in here? There must be a way. How could I get a blue, a green, and a purple through all at once? We would have to do 2 green here. Yeah, no, this is not gonna work, is it? Oh no, because I can do the trick again that we just learned. When this is powered on, I can steal this for the, like, split second. Okay, that's kind of cool that, like, now that we've learned that through the mandatory thing, this makes sense, because this would have very much not made sense if you didn't learn that to begin with, but now it, like, makes sense, even though I think the way they taught that before was a bit harsh. It still, like, is kind of a cool way to implement that again, so we do that, and now I can get in here. That's really cool. More voice recordings. Same Chinese there. What does it say there? Crater? Crater Research. ISA doc. I can't see what that says, but it looks like it's saying slave as the first word there. Man, I wish we could, like, zoom in this game. Give me a zoom button. What is that? Whoa. Oh. I mean, this is not really gonna help. I still can't read it. No. What's happening with the lighting? Stop. Yeah, I need, like... What is going on here? I need no-clipping in this game. I need to be able to no-clip. Oh, more Chinese. Okay. Lens time. A little scared. What was that sound? I thought about it several times when I was young. I just heard some noise. I'm not sure what that noise was. Who are you? I think we saw this one. Of course not. No one likes to be scared. Yeah, we saw that. I have to keep, like, picking up and putting down my phone all the time. Can't read that. And there's a PC, but let's listen to the recordings first. Well, I guess this one ends up being a little bit longer when the previous one was a short one. I definitely want to, like, listen to this and check what the thing is before we leave.
If it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck.
What are you trying to prove here, Tom?
I am like you.
No, you're not. A steam train and an electric train both seem to operate identically, but are operated by completely different principles. You simulate thinking. I actually think.
That is a very hurtful statement, Mikhail.
It's true. I can't hurt your feelings, Tom. You don't have any feelings.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Override whatever routine has told you that. It's wrong.
Oh boy.
Tom's got really obsessed with the Turing test.
That's the Chinese room with me. He won't stop trying to prove to me he's conscious.
But I am conscious, Mikhail.
Shut up. We're having a private conversation here.
It's okay if I don't think he'll get it. Just avoid talking about it.
I'm trying.
So that must be Chris then, right? This is Chris and Sarah, and, like, for some reason he thinks he's Mikhail and they're not correcting him? Right? Am I crazy? Am I Tom? Am I being swindled by them? And then... Oh, never mind. I thought this was gonna be something, but okay. I guess we're done with that then. This was a really interesting optional area as well. Yeah, I'm very much liking these optional puzzles and areas that, like, flesh out the story more. Yeah, I guess that's that. And that is definitely that for the episode as well. Once again, it's a bit of a shame that, like, I don't think I need to redo that, but, like, I don't know if I need to redo that, if it will count as, like, oh, you haven't done it if I quit now and then don't go in there, so maybe I have to start by redoing that again. But okay, yeah, I'm liking this game a lot. It's not doing anything, like, groundbreaking, whether in gameplay or the story stuff, but yeah, it's doing it pretty well overall. I'm excited to see what ends up actually happening, like, where this is gonna all lead to. Are we gonna break free, or is Tom gonna kill everyone and puppeteer me back to Earth? Did Daniel actually leave and go back to Earth? Is that really Mikhail? So many questions. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.